Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm gonna talk about the Muppets. Now, my earliest memory of the Muppets was when I was 3 years old, and I was watching an episode of Sesame Street. Now, you might say that Sesame Street is not part of the Muppets, but well, I consider them part of the same franchise because a lot of the puppet characters on Sesame Street were created by Jim Henson. And I'll tell you more about that later on in this video. Now, if you want me to talk about Kermit, Miss Piggy, and all the others, well, my earliest memory of them was when I was, I think it was, let's see, 4 or 5, and I was watching an episode of the Muppet Babies back then. Of course, you see, I wasn't able to watch full episodes at first, was because it was on weekday mornings, and I had to get ready for school. And probably, having a cartoon on weekday mornings wasn't, the best tactic since, a lot of kids had to get ready for school and there'll be much of a distraction. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, anyway, sometime after I got a TV in my room, well, Nickelodeon would start airing these Muppet specials every Saturday. At least, that's what I remember. Now, the first Muppet special I remember watching was the Frog Prince. It was based, on the fairy tale, and it introduced it introduced Kermit Savior Robin. Of course, he wasn't referred to his nephew back then. He was the prince who got into a frog, and there was a princess as well. She wasn't a bad like in the original story. I mean, she was alright, at least in the movie. Sorry about that. No, so anyway, oh yes, and Kermit was in that special as well. Now the next Muppet special I remember watching was well I could never remember the name of it, but it was this donkey, rooster, dog, and cat. They were like from a band because they were treated badly by their former owners. But things well for them in the end. Oh, and Kermit was in there as well. Oh, and there was also this Muppets Go to the Movies, where a lot of Muppets would make parodies of popular movies. And of course, we never watching this episode. Sorry about that. I had that sort of recently. Well, anyway, yes, yes. So yes, Jim has an hour, and it talked about the it was an episode that was here like a special, but anyway, they show how the Muppets are performed, and as a kid, was found it interesting. I mean, some would say take away the magic, but for me, I was like, oh, so that's how it's done. I mean, that was my attitude as a child. So I wasn't upset about how they made. Of course, my big characters were upset because they don't like hearing the word puppets, or maybe it was puppeteers. Oh, and of course they had Christmas specials as well. There was Emmett Otter's, uh, I forgot the whole title, and then there was a Christmas toy, and Kermit was in it as well. And then there was this other Muppet Christmas special called the Muppet Family Christmas. And as a kid, that was my favorite Muppet special. Well, my favorite Muppet Christmas special of all time because not only did I have Kermit speaking in the older came from Muppet shows, but the cast of Sesame Street was there. At least the puppet characters, and you see with Big Bird, Ernie, Bird, Cookie Monster, the Count, and all the other puppet characters from Sesame Street appeared together with the Muppets. And they also the characters from Fraggle Rock were there as well, but just the Fraggles. I mean, not the Doozers or the Borks or whatever it is they called, just the Fraggles. Now, after my family moved to Shansport, more Muppet specials, started to air every weekend. One was the Muppet Valentine's Day special, at least I think that it was. And then there was Oh yes, this Miss Piggy special, and oh, and Hey Cinderella, which was a Muppet adaptation of the classic fairy tale. At least it was the parole version, not the one from the Grimm. Anyway, now oh yes, and also Muppet Babies are by Nickelodeon as well, and I finally got to watch full episodes. Of course, I think it was only in the mornings and when I didn't have school. And eventually, when my family moved to Medford, we yes, I think the Muppet Babies had to air on Nick Jr. And of course, the Muppet Show would air on Nickelodeon as well. Of course, back then I didn't know I was watching an old TV show. And of course, my mother, I think around that time, she bought me a video cassette of the Muppet movie. Of course, I didn't know it was an old movie back then, but from what I saw, it kind of looked like how all the Muppets met. But yeah, you see, how they got to start and all that stuff. And also, sometimes when I was going with my parents, to the mall, I would sometimes find videos of the puppets. I mean, of the Muppets. One was Muppet Christmas Carols. At least I saw the video cassette for it, but I never asked for it because I thought it was going to be, Muppets singing Christmas songs. I mean, yes, it's a musical, but well, I didn't bother asking. And then when I saw the trailer for Muppet Picture Island, I think it was a few years later, I wanted to watch the movie. And I saw with my sister, mother, and aunt, and eventually my father got it for us on video cassette. And that was the only Muppet movie I ever saw in theaters. Now, sometime after Disney Channel, oh yeah, I forgot. Um, for the junior through the 90s, they had this thing called Muppet Time, where they have these Muppet shorts, you know, something to wear before the next show would air. And then after Mike at when Disney Channel became part of basic cable, I started watching Muppets Tonight. So it seemed like a reboot of the Muppet Show, but it was more modernized, at least for that time. And then I saw trailers for Muppets from Space and other Muppet stuff. Oh yes, I forgot about the video cassette of the Muppet movie. Well, that's when I saw the ads before the movie started to start. I learned about Fraggle Rock. Of course, I didn't watch that show as a kid because I didn't know anything about it, and it wasn't airing on any channels I was watching shows on. So I had no idea what it was all about. Now, see, yes, and this is some Muppet special on TV. Once I found some other channels like the Muppet Wizard of Oz, and let's see, yeah, that's all I can think of right now for that time. Oh yeah, now I remember. And video cassette of the movie. I also found this booklet of they had maps for other Muppet movies like The Great Muppet Keeper and The Muppet Stick Manhattan. Of course, I couldn't. I never got a chance to see them as a kid. However, once I finally watched movies online, I started watching them, but I had to rent them, of course. And I finally got to see the entire Muppet Keeper for the first time, and the Muppet Stick Manhattan for the first time as well. And not only that, and what I like to call the original Muppet trilogy, well, they has some connection with Sesame Street. Because, well, in the Muppet movies in the 1970s, Big Bird made a cameo, and in the Muppet Caper, it was Oscar the Grouch who made a cameo as well. In fact, those two characters were oh, sorry, something happened here. Yeah, those two characters were performed by the same person, Carol Spinney, but I heard he's retired now. And then with the Muppet Takes Manhattan, well, that was the final time you would see the Muppets in the Sesame Street getting together in one thing, because I had learned that Disney bought the rights to the Muppets, and because even though all of the original Sesame Street characters were made by Jim Henson, the Sesame Street franchise was not made by him at all. It was made by somebody else, and Jimmy Henson was hired for the puppet stuff. And of course, I did learn that Jimmy Henson died in 1990. I mean, as a kid, I didn't know who he was, or I mean, I saw him on in that one episode, but well, eventually, yeah, he died. But before he died, he revolutionized, the whole puppet genre. And most of the stuff they use in medieval fantasy and science fiction, well, they were all inspired by what Jim Henson had started. Yeah, so you can like move puppets like without holding on. People just do this with a some kind of stop motion thing, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert on puppetry, so yeah. And if you want to watch the Muppets, well, there are some Muppet stuff on Disney Plus, but only like the Muppet movie, the Great Muppet Caper, and let's see. Yes, I think also yes, the Muppets from a few years ago, and yeah, the TV show The Muppets, and Muppets was Haunted, and even the Muppet Babies reboot as well. But you cannot count on any Sesame Street stuff on Disney Plus because they're owned by Sesame Workshop. At least I think that's how it goes. But of course, they're making watch Sesame Street stuff on HBO Max, uh, which will be available very soon. And I'm not being paid by Disney or anybody who has the rights to any Muppet characters. I'm just sharing what you know, my fandom of the Muppets, from when I was growing up. And yes, I think that's all I can say about the Muppets right now. And I'll see you next time. Bye.